You have trained for years for a single moment, and there is only one prize worth having: first place. There is no glory in coming second here. No one remembers the runner-up. You win everything, or you go home with nothing but shame. And to compete, you will do something that would get you arrested almost anywhere else. You will strip completely naked in front of tens of thousands of people. This is a religious festival, a brutal competition, and a chaotic, sweltering, cutthroat spectacle all at once. It is holy and violent and absurd in equal measure. And you have given years of your life for a shot at a crown of leaves. Let me show you your day. Before it is a competition, understand that this is worship. The games are held in honor of the king of your gods at his great sanctuary, and they are one of the most sacred events in the entire Greek world. People come from every corner of the Greek lands, setting aside their endless quarrels to gather here in shared devotion and rivalry. The event is so sacred that a truce is declared across the Greek world for its duration, so that athletes and spectators can travel safely, even through hostile territory. Wars pause. Enemies mingle. For this stretch of time, the shared religion and the shared spectacle bind together people who spend the rest of their lives trying to kill each other. You are not just an athlete. You are a participant in a holy rite, competing under the eyes of the gods. And winning here is a form of divine favor, as much as athletic triumph.
To compete, you must first swear a solemn oath that you have trained properly for many months, following the rules, and that you will compete honestly. This is taken seriously, sworn before the gods, because cheating here is not just unfair, it is sacrilege, an offense against the divine host of the games themselves. And the training behind that oath is brutal. You have dedicated your life to your body, training relentlessly under the eye of a coach, eating a special diet built for strength, pushing yourself for years toward this single event. This is not a casual pastime. Elite athletes are professionals in all but name, some of them celebrities, and the preparation is total. By the time you arrive at the sanctuary, you are a finely tuned instrument built for one purpose: to win. And you have sacrificed a great deal of an ordinary life to get here.
Now, the part that will fascinate and baffle every future age. You compete completely naked. The very word for athletic exercise in your language comes from the word for nakedness. To you and your fellow Greeks, the trained male body is a thing of beauty and pride, a fitting offering in a sacred contest. There is no shame in displaying it. Clothing would only get in the way. Before you compete, you coat your body in olive oil, rubbing it into the skin until you shine. It is part ritual, part practical, protecting the skin and giving you that gleaming, statuesque look prized in your culture. After the event, the oil, mixed with dust and sweat, is scraped off with a curved tool.
To a visitor from the future, the sight of thousands of oiled, naked men competing before a vast crowd would be astonishing. To you, it is simply how sport is done, and has always been done, in the sight of the gods.
The games feature a range of events, testing every kind of physical excellence. There are foot races, from a short sprint down the track to longer, punishing distances. There is a combined event, a set of contests in one, testing the complete athlete across running, jumping, throwing, and fighting. There are throwing events, the discus and the javelin, demanding power and precision. And there are the thrilling, dangerous horse and chariot races, where teams thunder around the track in a chaos of speed and risk, crashes, and glory. These are among the most prestigious events of all. Though, here is a strange twist. In the chariot races, the victory goes not to the driver who risks his life, but to the owner of the team. A wealthy person can win Olympic glory without ever setting foot on the track, simply by owning the winning horses. Even in the sacred games, wealth finds a way to buy its way onto the victory list. Then there are the combat sports, and they are savage. Boxing has no rounds, no rest, no ring to speak of. Two fighters simply trade blows until one can no longer continue or gives up. Their hands bound with hard strips, their faces taking terrible punishment. There are no weight classes, so a smaller man may face a giant. Fights can last a brutally long time, and the damage is real and lasting. And there is the most brutal event of all, a near total combat sport, combining striking and grappling with almost no rules. Nearly anything is allowed. Fighters batter and choke and wrench each other until one submits by raising a hand, or cannot go on. Serious injury is common. Deaths happen. There is even a legend of a fighter who won his final match after already dying from the strain of it, awarded the victory posthumously. This is not gentle sport. It is controlled violence at the edge of survival, and the crowd loves it. You are halfway through, still oiled, still naked, and still in one piece. Subscribe. There is no prize for second place, but there is at least this. Watching over all of it are the judges, respected officials responsible for enforcing the rules, and they have real power. They can disqualify you, fine you, and, remarkably, they can physically punish you. Officials with rods or whips stand ready to strike competitors who break the rules or false start, dealing out immediate public discipline right there on the field. So the games are strict, and the authority of the judges is absolute. You compete under the constant threat of being flogged for a foul in front of the entire assembled Greek world. It keeps the contests honest, mostly, and it adds one more layer of pressure to an already crushing day. There is no arguing with a judge here. Their word is law. Their rod is close at hand, and the gods themselves are watching to see that their sacred games are conducted properly.
For those who break the sacred oath and cheat, the punishment is designed to last forever. Cheaters are fined heavily, and the fine money is used to cast bronze statues of the god, which are set up along the path into the stadium. And here is the genius of the shame. Each statue is inscribed with the name of the cheater and their offense for every future athlete and spectator to read as they enter. So the cheaters pay to build a permanent monument to their own disgrace, lining the very entrance to the games with the record of their sins. Every competitor who ever walks into the stadium passes this wall of shame and is reminded exactly what awaits a man who dishonors the games and the god. It is punishment as public art, cleverly funded by the guilty themselves. In your world, cheating does not just cost you a victory, it brands your name into bronze for as long as the games endure.
Now, a truth the glory tends to hide. Attending the games is physically close to unbearable. The festival takes place in the crushing heat of high summer, and tens of thousands of people are packed into the site with almost no shade, little clean water, and nowhere near enough sanitation for the crowds that descend. The constant animal sacrifices draw swarms of flies. The heat is punishing, and people genuinely suffer from it. The sanitation is dreadful. The whole event is a sweltering, smelly, overcrowded ordeal. And people endure it gladly for the spectacle and the sacred occasion. So when you compete, remember the tens of thousands watching are baking, parched and swatting flies, drawn here by devotion and excitement to a sight that can barely hold them. The Olympics are glorious. They are also, up close, a hot, filthy, chaotic mess. And everyone puts up with it because there is nothing else like it in the world.
And then comes your moment, the one you gave years of your life for. Whatever your event, this is it. The training, the sacrifice, the oath, all of it comes down to the next few minutes. The crowd hushes or roars, and your whole body and mind focus to a single point. There is no second chance and no consolation prize. Win and become immortal. Lose and vanish. You pour everything into it,
every ounce of the strength and skill you spent years building. In this moment, you are not thinking about the gods or the glory or the crowd. You are simply competing at the absolute limit of what your body can do against the finest athletes in the Greek world on the greatest stage it has. This is the peak of your existence, the reason you were made, the single instant that will define whether your years of sacrifice meant triumph or nothing.
If you win, your reward is astonishingly humble and impossibly precious at the same time. A wreath, a simple crown of leaves cut from a sacred tree at the sanctuary. That is the official prize. No money changes hands here, no trophy of gold, just leaves. And yet those leaves are worth more than any treasure because of what they mean. Because the real rewards come after, and they are enormous. As an Olympic victor, you return home a hero, and your city showers you with honors, cash prizes, free meals for life, statues raised in your likeness, poems composed in your praise, a place among the most celebrated people in your world. You may be treated as almost divinely favored, immortal, touched by the gods' approval. The crown was only leaves, but those leaves transform your entire life. And your name, if you are truly great, will be remembered for centuries. That is what you fought for. Not the wreath itself, but everything the wreath unlocks.
So this was the ancient Olympics, not the sanitized, orderly spectacle a distant future will imagine when it revives the name. A sweltering, crowded, fly-ridden religious festival where naked oiled men competed in events ranging from foot races to near-lethal combat, watched over by judges with whips, past a wall of bronze shaming the cheaters, all in worship of a god, all for a crown of leaves that could make a man immortal. It was holy and brutal and absurd and magnificent, often all in the same afternoon. It brought a fractured, warring people together in a shared truce and a shared passion. It celebrated the human body pushed to its absolute limit, and it did so with a seriousness bordering on the sacred. For all its heat and chaos and violence, it was one of the greatest achievements of your civilization, a festival of excellence that endured for 1,000 years. You stripped bare before the world, swore your oath to the gods, and threw your whole life at the chance to win a handful of leaves. Most people never get one moment like that, one shot at immortality on the greatest stage their world can offer. You did. And whether you won or lost, you stood, naked and oiled and unafraid, at the blazing center of the ancient world.
That is where we leave you. If you survived the video, you are already doing better than the person you just played. So do the small thing. Like it, subscribe, and I will drop you into another life next time. Same voice, same stick figures, someone else's very bad day.